Yesterday we went to Portmeirion, which is like an Italian town in North Wales, as bizarre as that sounds. I'll put the footage up sometime soon. All the swans are on the move. Let's have a look at this one's. So yeah, I figured I'd just do a quick intro. I'm in a nice little spot. It's a bit noisy with traffic, but I'll put a video together of Portmeirion and some shots I took while I was there. Don't know if I want to talk over the video or what. I'll see when I edit it. But I figured I'd best do an intro now because I didn't bother speaking on camera yesterday. And how cool is this? Anyway, there's a road right there, like Burger King and stuff. But if you ignore the traffic sounds, yeah, another cute little North Wales spot. So this is the Rhuddlan Nature Reserve in North Wales, or Rhuddlan to us English people who are living here. Oh, ducks. Got to take pictures of ducks. We used to have ducks when we were younger, so maybe there's a little connection as to why I fancy taking ducks. Awkward pictures of ducks. We like taking awkward pictures of ducks just because it's fun. Ducks can't complain if you take a funny picture of them, so unlike people who don't like to see themselves gurning, ducks have no idea. So I like to take funny pictures of ducks. And there's our friendly swans that we saw swimming earlier. And a pretty duck, very pretty duck. Anyway, these are the animals and insects and stuff you can see at Rhuddlan. As you walk around the reserve, there's also a bunch of like sculptures and things, funky metal fish, and some wooden dude doing up shoelaces he doesn't have. But yeah, they're pretty cool. It's not a big reserve at all, you can get around it really quickly. Views of the castle, and a bit of early blossom as we're going into spring, I imagine. I wouldn't dip my feet in that platform or from that platform, so I'm not sure what you're supposed to do there, but apparently it's a dipping platform. Back to the swans. They're really tame actually. I assume people must feed them a lot because they will come to you. I mean, these guys came within about, I'd say 4 feet. And yeah, I threw a few leaves in the water just to pretend it was bread, and yeah, he came and decided he wanted a nibble anyway. He had the other piece a bit later as well. But yeah, these guys got jealous. They obviously thought I was feeding him and thought they were missing out, so they came along and again, friendly. Nature and humans living in harmony. Isn't that lovely? But yeah, they soon buggered off when they realised they weren't getting fed. So up next, we will go to Portmeirion right here. This is the way in through like this tunnel. We went out of season, so it's obviously not blooming. It's a lot cheaper in season. You have to pay £10 to get in. It's a private village, or it is £20 in season. And on the way in, we are greeted by owls, which we weren't expecting, but hey. We were allowed to stroke them as well, which was cool. He was a bit camera shy. So this is the way into the village. We don't actually go in the village this way because, as you'll see in a sec, there's an archway on the left. Oh, yeah, this is a building just before you get into the village. And there's a shot from the other side right here. That's what it looks like when you're shooting into the sun. Anyway, and on the ceilings are a really cool painting. I'll stick a picture in a minute, but on your left there is the archway we're about to go through, because this is otherwise heading into the village. And we decided to go around the outskirts first, which is probably the way you should go really, because then you might miss all this bit otherwise. So you go through here and you'll see a little viewing platform. And there it is. I decide, because these guys are coming down the steps and I assume they probably don't want to be on camera, just to whip the camera to the right politely, have a look over the bay. We're going to call it a bay. And yeah, that little islandy thing to the left there was smoking at some point during the evening or day, I don't know why. People, I don't know if the smoke was behind it or people were on it or what, but they were doing something there that involved smoke. So yeah, it's like a lookout tower. And underneath the lookout tower there is like a hollowed out platform I'm about to show you any second. There we are, there's the little towny bit that we walked down to as well, just outside the village, technically I guess. This little fishy fountain with a seashell wall She sells seashells on the seashore. Easy for me to say with dyslexia. And then we flip the camera 180 and then you get another view out to the bay for this like arch windowy type thing. You walk down a little mud path and you come down to this like towery bit here. I get the rents to pose, look up to the camera. And an outside swimming pool in North Wales. That's a brave thing to do, right? It wasn't full. I don't know if they fit it up in the summer, whether it's communal use or what. It looks pretty deep, so it's not like a paddling pool, so I don't know if it's just there for the villagers or... yeah, I haven't got Scooby. But again, walk down more steps, go to that little flaggy bit that I was on about earlier. And you can walk all along the bay front up until here, where you got this boat, which isn't actually a boat, because it's built into the pier. If that's not really a pier, is it? It's built into the... I don't know. Whatever it is. The bayside. And these are just a few little close-ups because I like taking pictures of random things when I'm travelling. I ain't no travel photographer, so I just take pictures that I like, that I think are interesting. Little details. Looking back over to the village as it goes up the hill. There's a calf right at the top. You have to climb up some stairs to get back up onto a level where we are here. And as you walk down this little front bit again, you've got statues and stuff lining the path. My favourite shot of all the video, just because I like the layers of the tree, especially when you're shooting a bit shallow. I'll show you in a sec. I had to hide that red gate at the bottom because it was messy. You'll see in the picture, you can see it's bokeh right at the bottom, but you don't really know it's there if I didn't tell you. And Nelson, I don't know why they put a statue of Nelson in, but they did. And yeah, this is by a tower called... the tower is called the White Horses Tower, apparently. So yeah. And that was like the, as you look down the bay, and there was that little gathering of buildings just past the boat. You saw like a clock tower type thing. That is that White Horses Tower. Here I'm just exploring, just seeing how much further it goes, and it doesn't really go much past here. There's like a coastal path you can walk around if you fancy a little hike, but we weren't there for the hike. We were there purely for the aesthetics. It wasn't a great day for it because it was just too sunny and the shadows were so hard. But such is life. Remember, we got beautiful blue skies, but the photography was bloody hard to render. I had to sit there and nuke it and Photoshop and open up the shadows and just try and make the best out of a cack situation. But what can you do? I guess most travel photographers would aim to get to these places at certain points in time where the weather was nice, where the sun's nice and it's not too harsh, but when it's a private village and it has opening hours, you don't have those choices. Plus, I'm a casual travel photographer. I don't really do travel photography. I just shoot what I like for memories, for the aesthetics, just because I think it's pretty. Hercules. I don't know what Hercules is doing here, but he is. He's holding a globe. I thought it might have been Atlas, but not. Hercules, apparently. So yeah, this is a Italian-style village in North Wales, and it is private to enter, as mentioned earlier. But it's pretty, it's worth going to, and it's cool and relaxed, and it isn't that big. It really is kind of tiny, actually. You'll see as I swing around in a second, as we're by the pond, you'll see again just how poor the light is. Here you go, really hard shadows. I had to nuke this, no point those shadows. But this is the square, and then everybody lives around the periphery of it. It's not very big at all, but the architecture is stunning. It's a lovely place just to go and have a look around, chill out, have a bit of food, have a drink, have half a day out. It's also where they shot The Prisoner, apparently. I am not old enough for The Prisoner, but they do have a shop dedicated to The Prisoner. And when I posted that I was in Italy and people knew I wasn't, and a few people realised, oh, Birdie! He was hiding in the bush. Look how well camouflaged he is. Anyway, it was about now we get some food, and yeah, I wander off while we're waiting for food just to take a few more pictures. Again, the light's not brilliant at all. I'm just trying to make the best of a bad situation just because I want to take pictures of the pretty landscapes. Well, cityscapes, I guess. Villagescapes. Look at that. How cool. Yeah, and a bit of video just to catch up on this middle bit while waiting for food, like I say. Could you imagine living here? Working here? Would you get cabin fever, or would it just be like an ideal life? I don't know. It's really cool though, isn't it? Paying off a car in a minute, so I can't afford to go to Italy, so this is about as close to Italy as I'm getting. So yeah, anyway, we had food. It was really nice actually. That was a view down. I don't know these people, but you know, I thought I'd take it anyway, just because I thought it was kind of cool, fun shot. And again, the square from the other side, and some of the buildings that are further up on the hillside, little mountainy type bit, and my parents, because I brought them along, the old people. You gotta have some old people. In the top left corner, I don't know if you saw it, there was like a viewing platform halfway up the hill. There you go, you can see it in the top right corner, white thing. I'm gonna have a look up there in a bit, see if my knees can handle it, and they do. It's only like a slight incline, it's not like major steps like Ikaho in Japan, which nearly killed me. But this is halfway up, or at least on the way up. And this is the view you get, which you can imagine when everything's in blooming, would be greatly restricted by all the foliage and leaves and whatnot. It will look a hell of a lot prettier, but you'll probably see a lot less. But, you know, like I say, you pay half price to go out of season. And yeah, you can only imagine this place would get even more beautiful in season. This robin, let me stick my lens about 4 inches away from him. Again, the birds here, really tame. And I found this guy on a walk back who I missed originally on the way around. And some daffodils, because it was sunny. I'll take some sunny picture of daffodils. Buddha, don't know why Buddha's there, but someone parked their van there, which wasn't really fun because, you know, just kind of made the shot messy, but hey, I had to take a picture of it. It's not a good Buddha, is it? I don't know, you tell me. A Buddhist statue, right? I should know after being in Japan, but I don't. And again, just another shot into the square, just to show you how small it is really. But yeah, in a second on the right, actually it'll be on the left as I go through the tunnel, you will see the shop dedicated to the prisoner. Just some more details of random stuff. There you go, on the left. Didn't go in there, I know nothing about the prisoner, but hey, another shot through the tunnel. When you got a gimbal, you got to walk through tunnels, or stick it through bars and stuff, because you just get that kind of floating through tight spaces thing. I just like those kind of shots. It's a shame that, again, the light was a bit pants, but what can you do? A bit more architecture. This one was supposed to be a bit more abstract, just to get those random statues. And this guy, don't know who he is, but he's preaching up there with a cow, or a ram maybe, I don't know. I assume it's some kind of religious text, but you don't look like Jesus. The parents looking out to bay. I told them to pretend to like each other, face away looking out to bay, because it's their better side. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.